Larry Santos, Kamuela Kimokeo. I'm glad that Kamuela has taken the time out. This young man next to me not only teaches at West Oahu and Windward Community College, so nurturing young musicians to create their own space, but takes the time to come and play with me when he has his own group. They're called Hi'ikua. They've done wonderful music, most of you know them. And I've had the good fortune of sitting in the parking lot behind Aulani, listening to the new recordings as they're being made up. So I have really been enjoying getting to know what the new Hi'ikua album is going to be like, and hopefully before the end of the year.
Which year?
This, well, it would be nice if it was this year. You know, I don't have much time to wait around. But Kamuela was kind enough to sing songs with me. I want him to sing a song, okay?
Yeah.
This is a few weeks ago we performed at Waikiki Aquarium Summer Series, and I love playing music in Waikiki, especially for those kinds of events, because Waikiki is a place with so much history. You know, people who come nowadays, or perhaps even our kids, take it for granted that Waikiki is just a party land. But if you look at the street signs, it tells you who lived in those places, what kinds of activities went on, wonderful stories, and of course Hawaiian music is part of our great oral history and contains a lot of those stories as well. This is a fun story. We go by this place all the time if you drive into the Diamond Head area, the Diamond Head Lighthouse. How many of you go by there a lot? Every once in a while? Ay, caramba. You're not going along the coast, huh?
Oh, okay, this is a song that Jerry requested for me to do. I kind of asked him really, but it's okay. I guess I'll do it. If he says to do it, I'll do it.
I get a request.
Okay. It's a song that I recently taught my students. It's a song that was written by the composer Mary Pula'a Robbins, and this song is a very fun song because the story that accompanies it is quite interesting and quite beautifully done in the way that it uses Hawaiian metaphor and kauna. Mary Pula'a Robbins was a master of Hawaiian language, master of kauna, that hidden meaning, that metaphor. Her husband was the keeper of the lighthouse there in Diamond Head. She wrote this song for him, which sounds like a beautiful act of aloha. However, I like to imagine, she said, when one day he got home from work, she said, I wrote a song for you. And he says, lovely, let me hear it. So she sings this song, and in verse 4, it says, Ha'abi ke aloha, lulu lima me na hua panamaka o nauna, which means you're giving aloha, shaking hands with all these young-faced beauties. In other words, you work in a lighthouse by yourself, how do you know all these young girls? Then you trace back, and that was probably the moment where he said, she knows. So but something that could sound like an act of aloha, act of love, actually was probably quite a scolding, letting her know that she knew. In the first verse, she says things like, Leahi, kaimanahila, placing us there in Diamond Head, and she says that you think you are the star of Mamalabea, that place in Diamond, or that lighthouse there. You think you're the lighthouse. She says in the second verse, Malama oi ka poe pele, oili kaua I ka puko'a, meaning you should have been more careful around the buoy with the bell. Now the buoy with the bell is the buoy that makes too much noise or tells too many people. Nowadays, maybe they post too much on Facebook, yeah? Yeah, the buoy with the bell, you should have been more careful for, because you weren't careful, oh wait, now you're gonna hit the reef. Which I don't know which one is reef, this one or this one, but she says you're gonna hit the reef. The third verse, she says, for this is a famous buoy that would place itself at the harbor mouth, often enticing one to the open ocean. And I think of all the lines in the song, the last line of the song is probably one of my favorites. It says, goodbye, kaua ke aloha. After she says, my story is told through this song, goodbye, kaua ke aloha literally translates to goodbye for us, my love. However, one is left to ask why, in a song that was written completely in the Hawaiian language, Auntie Mary decided to use the word goodbye. Yeah? Rather than saying aloha. Aloha carries with it a connotation of affection and love. That wasn't what this song was for. A hui ho is another way of saying goodbye, meaning until we meet again, and I don't think she was saying that either. So she found the word that represented best what she wanted to say, and that word was the English word goodbye. Yeah, so goodbye, kaua ke aloha, meaning Goodbye for us, my love, more figuratively translates into don't let the door hit you on the way out. Yeah, good riddance. Maybe I will see you later. So here's a song called Leahi, song that Gabby did, and we always wondered why it sounded like a scolding. Well, now you know why. It goes like this.
It was watching the news before I came down here and seeing that story about the Ashley Madison website.
It's dedicated out to all those guys.
It made me think of this song. It's perfect for the thing.
You think you're the star, Mama Bear? Should have been more careful around that blue with the bell, for now you're gonna hit the reef. A famous buoy, often enticing those to the open sea. How do you know these young girls, young man? Goodbye, that's the door slamming.
A big round of applause. Put your hands together for Kamuela Kimokeo and Santos. Now, CDs are available for you right up front over here.